Pump.Fun has been in the news a lot recently. And for those that might not be new, let's start off. Brian, I'll toss it to you. Let's set up what Pump.Fun is, why they've been making news recently, and then let's dive into it. So just give a quick summary of Pump.Fun as a product first.
Yeah, so PumpFun is a launch pad where you can create a meme coin on the Solana blockchain in a matter of minutes, if not seconds. Launched, I think, in about January of 2024. Super small team, really ran with the meme coin hype cycle, and they've made more money over the past year and a half than most companies could ever dream. I think they're up over $500-600 million in revenue, and people have been clamoring because during this meme coin hype cycle, a lot of them, if you look at the end of a contract address, you'll actually see pump, P-U-M-P, and you'll know that's where it came from. That's where the meme coin was derived from. So they're making more money hand over fist, kind of how OpenSea was in the NFT market. They were the only game in town, and we've all been like, when pump token, when pump token. Finally, I think it was actually our last rundown together, guys. We talked about this. They made an announcement. Hey, we're coming out with the pump token. They since delayed it and said it was going to be launched in the middle of July. What? It's July the 10th right now. They made another very recent announcement. Big day this Saturday, July the 12th. They have the ICO offering. Before everyone gets really excited, I've tried to figure a workaround, but in the United States, you're not able to buy this ICO, and they blocked VPNs. So there's not much of a workaround, but still extremely exciting. And we can talk about our macro ideas and exactly the tokenomics behind this. But Pump Token's coming, boys, 2 days away, and it's going to be a huge day. Yeah, this is the thread here by Pump.Fun that they talk about just overall exactly what's happening. TiVo, if you look right there in the first message, I'm going to bring it up. They say something there, where'd it go? That they're looking to take on...
scroll up.
The very first one.
Yeah. Our plan is to kill...
Yeah, their plans to kill Facebook, TikTok, Twitch and doing it all on Solana. That line's extremely impactful. For one thing, they're saying that they're planning to kill some of the largest social media platforms ever created, and all they are right now is a launch pad. So they obviously have plans to do something more than just be a meme coin launch pad. It looks like they're trying to get into the social media game. And then at the end, though, they say on Solana. And we can talk more in depth about this. I know Joe has some thoughts. But that's important, too. They're not coming out with their own layer 2. They're not, they don't have their own blockchain. They're not going multi-chain. This is all built and thriving on the Solana ecosystem. So if this token's successful, if their plans are successful, I think it's going to be very successful for Solana meme coins. And what's this mean to me? I mean, their plans to kill Facebook, TikTok, and Twitch. I have some thoughts, but I can kind of kick it over to both of you and see what your thoughts are as well.
My only thought was that promo video does not do this project or company or ICO justice, because this is such a big company that potentially, right? And it looks like someone made this on acid. It doesn't hit any. It's basically just targeting degenerates. I watched the video twice and I had no idea what was going on. So it's not correlated with the kill Facebook, TikTok, or Twitch thing. At least I don't think so. I mean, you could watch it again. And just bringing it back to TiVo's point, this is not an IPO, but it's an ICO. Remember the ICO days of 2017. And we think, we talked about this, Brian and I, and also the trenches talked about this too, is valued at around $4 billion. We think they're going to hit the raise amount, right? They're looking to raise $600 million. But we believe they're going to absolutely, come down significantly over the weekend. So we advise in our community to take a look at this. If it comes down, 60% plus or whatever, we'll make an announcement within our community. But it could potentially be something, because they're raising money for a reason. You have $600 million in the war chest. I don't expect them to just exit and disappear in the ether. I would like them to do something for the Solana ecosystem, and that's the only input I have. But we could take a look at tokenomics also, if that's interesting.
Yeah, you can scan down at the bottom of this tweet, TiVo, and just there's like a little pie chart.
He's mesmerized. He loves the video.
Yeah, that video, like you said it, like somebody who did that was, I guess I thought the video was well made, but I guess I didn't hear it. But yeah, I don't know. That doesn't seem to sell the vision of we're taking over entertainment. It seemed like we're gonna party. That was wild.
Yeah,
It was attention getting, but yeah, I don't know if it sold me on the message.
I think where we're going here is that, when you look at crypto Twitter, a lot of people are not excited for this. They don't think it's going to be successful. They feel like it's going to be a liquidity extraction, and we can dive as deep as you want there. I'm starting to get pretty excited for it. I think it's going to do well. I think it's going to sell out very quickly. I think it's going to initially pump. Obviously, there'll be some sell-offs with people taking profits, but we want this to do well. Everybody, we have a couple apps in the crypto space, Hyperliquid, Pump.Fun. We want these things to do well because they're going to flow into our other bags, and this is going to be a bigger opportunity. When you kind of look at this token how they're going to distribute it, there's going to be 33% of it to the ICO, 20% to the team. That's pretty normal. There's a couple I want to point out. It says 24%. I don't know if community and ecosystem initiatives. We haven't heard about this. A lot of these tokens when they have a flywheel, airdrops, revenue buybacks, revenue shares, they're calling this a utility token, not so much a governance token. So there's a real world where if you hold this token, you could gain revenue. So I don't know if we're going to find out about this information before the actual ICO. I think they're going to sell this ICO out quickly and start rolling out like, hey, we're going to release an airdrop, reward the OG holders, get people embracing it. If you hold this token, you could get a revenue buyback or revenue sharing. The sky's the limit how aggressive they could go. If they do this right, it could be very good for the entire Solana ecosystem, including just Solana itself. And then one more thing is that live streaming, 3%. There's probably 0 people watching this live stream right now that even knows Pump.Fun has live streaming capabilities. There's only a couple people I can name off the top of my head that live stream. 3% of a 4 billion FTV, that's $120 million. What's it going to be split between the 2 live streamers? So there's going to be some major opportunity here for people live. Hey, maybe we bring the rundown to the Pump.Fun live stream. Because 3% is an astronomical number. And when I look at that, I'm like, hey, they're going to give hundreds of millions of dollars to live streamers if this is successful. And they're trying to embrace and take over Facebook and Twitch. Very long story short is we don't have enough information to really build a bull or bear case. But with the limited information tokenomics we have right now, I'm on the other side of crypto Twitter. I'm bullish. I think this could be done really well, the right way. Pump the meme coin bags, pump Solana, and just make Pump.Fun really a very interesting place. Other than just a launch pad, this could be a complete media company. And they have enough money to do it. Tivo, there's another tweet on this sheet here.
Question for you. This might be a stupid question, but if we can't, as U.S. citizens, if we can't VPN, we can't buy the ICO. Let's say we spin up as a live streamer and have success on the platform, and they give us pump tokens. What can we do with them if we can't buy them? Or is that
we'll be able to buy and sell them. We just can't participate in the initial ICO offering. And it's going to probably, what's it max going to do? They're going to 2-3x maybe. It's going to be a lot of money flowing in. It can't go to, it's not going to flip Bitcoin or anything, but it should do very well. And people that get in the ICO, not financial advice. So really, this is all speculation. Could do really well when you talk a 2-3x for getting in the ICO. So as U.S. citizens, we can't get involved with that, but we'll be able to buy it on the aftermarket, just like we would any other token.
Did they announce what exchanges they're going to be on, or we don't quite know that yet?
Yeah, they do.
Yeah, there's in that tweet.
Go to the tweet
thread. Yeah. In that tweet thread, it shows it. And they'll probably get listed on tier 1 exchanges and where you can get it. There's another tweet in the sheet, Tivo, when you get a second. It's I put it as their acquisition tweet. It's from Alan, the co-founder. When you get a moment, bring that up because there's one port there. So they're just talking about how their team was so small. Now they're looking to hire 70 plus people. That's always encouraging. It doesn't feel like a rug is going to hire 70 plus core members. But at the very end, our first ever acquisition will be announced soon. So the question I have, who the hell did Pump.Fun buy? They bought somebody.
The pre-market's trading it at 4.5 billion. So just a slightly higher valuation. I thought it would be, I was curious to what the pre-market, because you could trade these on a pre-market. Kind of like, how you can't buy SpaceX, but Robinhood's
Right.
offering it. So you can get Pump Fun right now through the whales.market, not financial advice, turn on your VPN type of thing. But yeah, this is a good indicator. And a good question, Brian. I'm curious who they're buying.
Got it. Very cool. And is Alon anonymous? Is he Anon, or do we know who this guy is?
He's the co-founder. I'm not sure if I've ever seen his face, but I would imagine we could probably dig up who he is, especially if he's doing this ICO offering. I just don't know that off the top of my head. That's a great question. And Joe made a very interesting call out that you can trade this pre-market. Hyperliquid listed it yesterday, last night. So you could long and short it on Hyperliquid with the perps, and they had $100 million in yesterday, just the evening. That's the highest ever that's ever been or put into perps on a pre-market opportunity. So there's a tension here right now. Again, it's we don't know enough information to really justify if we think this is going to go to the moon or not. And I don't think we're going to get the information until post ICO as well. I think they're going to sell out, and then I think they're going to start making some flywheel announcements.
Don't leave me hanging. Was the 100 million on perps a long or a short?
It was both. It was 100 million total volume,
Okay.
but I was looking at it. There was quite a few people shorting it as well.
We got to look at Polymarket. Polymarket knows what's up. Let's see what Polymarket says about Pump Fun.
Let's see. I love this little mascot. He's so much cuter than the video. The video scared me. What'd you want me to pull up, Joe?
I was curious if Pump Fun had a bet on whether it's a bullish or bearish ICO.
Polymarket. There's one more tweet here than I could just say over it. There's a few other launch pads as well. So everybody that's in the meme coin streets may have heard about Pump.Fun. Let's Bonk is another launch pad. The Believe app's another launch pad. Radium has a launch pad. Jupe Studio has a launch pad. And just briefly at the beginning of the week, Let's Bonk actually flipped for market
Pump
share. Flipped Pump.Fun. But since this announcement, PumpFun got back. PumpFun's right around a 50% market share, and its volume's close to 500 million. So they definitely are in the driver's seat. Now, we all know what happened with MySpace and Facebook back in the day as well. MySpace, everybody had a profile, then Facebook came out and trumped it. Now nobody goes on Facebook either. So we need Pump.Fun we need it to be successful in my